Well, here's a review of Hotel California by the Eagles. I've just woken up, so it's probably not going to sound the best. Anyhow, here's my first thoughts. I can't find a competent playlist of there's 9 tracks on this album. For the sake of criticism, I had to pirate it. Oh well, they incorporated it themselves. Track 1, Hotel California. Titular opener. The bass is powerful and clear. The acoustic guitar is clear and focused. Note maracas on the left channel. This intro continues as if it was a calmly swaying breeze. For a very long time, picking up as it goes, slowly gaining more potential energy before pausing, allowing the vocals and drums to begin. Everyone loves Hotel California. I'm not the biggest fan of the vocals on this track, and I feel it'd do better with a deeper voice, but that's just me. Aside from the reprise of Wasted Time, all the tracks are really long. There's this brushing noise in the left ear, and that kind of irritates me, but I'll let it slide in favor of the soundscape. I can't stop increasing the volume. I feel like we should play it louder and louder. The Eagles is one of those bands that everybody knows like 5 songs from, and everyone knows an album of, but isn't much discussed. The song itself tells a really cool story. I won't explain it, not for brevity, but because everyone knows Hotel California. I feel like I'd experienced this from a dream while consuming way too much something. The solo itself is kick-ass and diverges from the progression of the song in a masterfully crafted manner. Nobody could play this the same way. It really screams. Very little can be said about Hotel California that hasn't been said already. The song's been dissected to death, and for good reason. 45 years of mileage at one track is insane. Drums in the right channel over the last minute are very cool and clear. The fade out happens over 30 seconds and leaves you completely breathless. It's a masterpiece, A+. Track 2, New Kid in Town. This opening feels familiar in a way I can't describe. It just feels 70s, overly calm. The key change during the chorus makes you feel cold, so unexpected it feels different, completely stunning you. Overall, though, New Kid in Town is a song that I feel is more just extant. It's the next track on Hotel California, and it's really good. It just feels like something that Fleetwood Mac would do. I'm not paying much attention to the words. Rather, the song is an experience devoid of language, conveying meaning solely with instrumentation and the essence of beauty. The song changes keys again around 3.5 minutes in. It's time for more than just a chorus. This makes the song feel poppier and more hopeful, full of life and love. Though I'd never listen to it on its own, I love this song, and I can live knowing I've heard it. I can't give it anything less than an A for being nigh flawless, but it's spared from A+ from being a little too calm. New Kid in Town is an A. Track 3, Life in the Fast Lane. We open on a single electric guitar and drums, with bass coming in giving way within time to the main melody of the song itself. The vocals sound double-tracked to me. This one's kinda quiet. The song's about 2 human beings who can be only described as either utter degenerates in the worst echelon of society, or Californians. Doesn't make the song any less good. This is exactly what I want to hear, though with the lack of echo it sounds a bit dry. Solo someone fixes that and breathes some life into the track. The song ends with them presumably dying for negligent driving, which is amusing in a dark way. Life in the Fast Lane feels like it'd be a good cover by Skinner to the Doobies. Once again, it's a song everyone's heard at least once, but you can't help but love it. Life in the Fast Lane is a song that's impossible to hate. That makes it an A. Track 4, Wasted Time. The song opens on a piano in one voice. I don't have much to say about the song. It's not very interesting. I can't feel anything. Worst of all, it's slow, and it finally picks up around a minute 50 in, feeling more like the Beatles' The End than anything. I feel Wasted Time wouldn't be out of place on Abbey Road. It's one of the weaker tracks in the album, but I feel like it'd be on there. Wasted Time is a boring song that takes too long to go anywhere and interests me in no way. I'd rather do literally anything else than listen to Wasted Time. However, I'll give it points for being brilliantly executed. I think I'm listening to a vinyl rip. The quiet part where there's around 50 seconds left in the song has some surface noise. I don't care, it's beautiful sounding. It's still a boring song, and so I'll give it a B for Abbey Road. B+. Track 5, Wasted Time Reprise. There's some explaining that needs to be done. Really? Why? Why would you ever do this? A reprise to a boring song? An instrumental one at that with an orchestra? This is all the things I hate in one. Everything from orchestral performances of pop rock songs to unnecessary and brief reprises. I'm just glad it's short. Completely and utterly pointless, though it's not poorly executed at all. On the vinyl release, you'd have to flip the record to hear this, though. Either way, see, fuck this. Track 6, Victim of Love. Now we're talking. That's one kick-ass way to open a song. My parents would like this. Everything comes together in this perfect wall of sound that create a peak sonic experience. From the vocal effects to the staccato guitar chords and the constant drums, Victim of Love really rocks. How is this not a single? It topped the charts, hands down. I'm surprisingly not having much to say about this track other than it kicks ass and is way ahead of its time. It'd be a huge 80s hit, I'll say that. It even ends awesomely. God, I fucking hate yawning. It even ends awesomely. A+, no way to say it. Track 7, Pretty Maids, all in a row. This track fades in, confirming I'm listening to a vinyl rip here. Really good vinyl rip. This is a really pristine copy. The piano slowly rises over the course of like half a century, as well as some strings and acoustics strumming in the left ear. The opening abruptly gives way to the opening lines, bringing us into the actual song. The song itself is, I think, in waltz time. It's a ballad about getting older, or so I think. It's not a bad song, I just don't much like the little drum taps. They're kind of irritating. The vocals here are absolutely fantastic. I didn't even notice the bass. It's just that well mixed. You don't think about the individual parts, just a track. It's a nice experience, just not as a great song as Hotel California or Victim of Love, but it's a good song. Goes on just as long as you feel it should, closing right when you want it to. I'll give it a B+ for being aight and not much more. Track 8, Try and Love Again. This one opens a little harshly, but I don't mind that much. Probably the most jarring track from sheer difference. I don't like the vocals on this one. I don't like the way it opens. It just feels wrong and off and dare I say bad. I don't like this track. I feel like someone's going to open the door and tell me to turn this shit off. The vocals just really ruin this one. They're not good. They're not good at all. It's not that they're off key or poorly sung. No, it's that they feel like they're sped up. The pitch is too high. It feels like the vocalist either got kicked in the balls, joined Fleetwood Mac, or stressing as much as he possibly can. Even the solo is just okay. Cymbals don't help the constant ear strain from the high-pitched noise. This is agonizing to sit through, and I feel like this is what migraines sound like. I can't get used to this. I can't appreciate it. My ears are too sensitive. I do not like the voice of Randy Meisner. I'm just glad this one ends at all. Physically painful. D. And track 9, The Last Resort. So our album comes to an end. This is the single longest track on the album, with the first few seconds being just piano and voice. The bass is really nice, and I like its use here. Apparently, the song is about the destruction of beautiful things to make way for industry and commercialism, or to make room for more things to consume product at. I see no use in removing natural beauty for another Burger King. Burger King sucks, they have terrible nuggets. McDonald's nuggets are great though, but I'm talking about fast food and I'm supposed to be talking about music. These are great lyrics. He doesn't understand what he calls these concrete masses of paradise. Endless needs and bloody deeds in the name of destiny and God. No comment on religion, I'm an atheist. Not cool with the white man back because I said so verse, though. I feel personally attacked, but I'll let that one slide because it's a brief comment in a 7-minute song. The last 2 minutes have these absolutely angelic backing vocals and drum work that would bring tears to anyone's eyes. Very fitting and well-crafted ending to a song that knows what it's doing. A masterwork to the level of Only in Dreams. A-. Final thoughts. And so with this, how Hotel California ends. It's an album that's almost fantastic. It's almost perfect, but it has 2 of the worst excuses for music I've ever heard. Remove those 2 and you have a lesson on how to craft a genius album. Overall, I liked it though. There's some real gems in there. Alright, here's our final score. 670 out of 900 possible points, or a 74 and 4/9% rating gives this album a B+. It was really close to perfection, but it missed the mark. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed listening to the review of Hotel California by the Eagles, and that you'll join us for our next one. I'll see you.